Economics can sound like a private language. Experts say CPI, monetary policy, and comparative advantage, while most people wonder what it has to do with their paycheck. Quite a lot, and one classic textbook makes the logic clear. Economics, published in 1948 by Paul Samuelson, and later written with William Nordhaus. Samuelson won the 1970 Nobel Memorial Prize in Economic Sciences, and the book became a global bestseller. But he did not invent every idea. The invisible hand comes from Adam Smith, recession-era demand support from John Maynard Keynes, and comparative advantage from David Ricardo. So what is economics really about? Not getting rich, but making choices when your time, money, and energy are limited? Say you have 2 free hours on Saturday. You could work overtime and make $50, take your kid to the park, or see a movie. Pick one, and the best alternative you give up is your opportunity cost. Every purchase and hour of your life involves the same trade-off. Now add everyone's choices together. Shoppers want better products for less. Businesses want to earn more while spending less. And Adam Smith called the way those decisions coordinate a market an invisible hand. Think about face masks during the pandemic. Demand jumped, companies rushed to make them, supply caught up, and prices fell without one person directing it all. But markets do not fix everything. A factory can save money by polluting while everyone else pays the health and cleanup costs. Economists call that a negative externality, and rules, fines, or incentives can make the factory face the real cost of its choice. The next big idea is the economic cycle. Households work for businesses, receive wages, and spend those wages on goods and services. Businesses use that revenue to pay workers, buy materials, and produce more. When the loop moves smoothly, the economy grows. When it slows, trouble can feed on itself. During the Great Depression, businesses cut production and jobs, workers spent less, sales fell again, and more cuts followed. Keynes argued that when private spending collapses, government can support demand by funding projects, giving contractors orders and workers paychecks so the loop moves again. Samuelson brought that Keynesian framework into American classrooms. But the lesson is simple. One person's spending is another person's income. Then there is the rule you see every time you shop: supply and demand. Because prices are not simply production cost plus profit. If 10,000 people want a limited sneaker drop and only 1,000 pairs exist, the price rises. Leftover Thanksgiving pies fall in price even when production cost does not. The same logic affects your paycheck. Scarce skills raise your bargaining power, while plentiful workers and scarce openings put wages under pressure. Inflation follows a related idea. Imagine 100 loaves of bread and $100 available to buy them. If the spending money doubles while bread production stays the same, people bid against one another, prices rise, and every dollar buys less. Moderate inflation can encourage spending and investment, while deflation makes people wait for lower prices, hurting sales, wages, and the wider economy. Finally, trade is not mainly about who is best at everything. It is about comparative advantage and the cost of what you give up. Imagine the best attorney in town is also the fastest typist, but every hour spent typing costs that attorney $300 in lost legal work. Paying an assistant $25 to type leaves both better off. The attorney handles legal work, and the assistant earns useful income. Ricardo applied the same logic to countries, showing why specialization and trade can raise output even when one country makes everything more efficiently. That does not mean every worker wins automatically, but it does explain why doing everything yourself is usually expensive. If you remember only 3 things, remember these. Economics studies choices under scarcity. The economy is a loop of income and spending, and prices, including the price of your labor, respond to supply and demand. You are already inside that system because your rent, grocery bill, savings, and salary all move with these forces. The basics will not predict the future, but they help you see trade-offs, question dramatic headlines, and make clearer decisions. What is the smartest trade-off you have made lately? Tell me in the comments.